All right, welcome to This Explainer. Today we're embarking on a pretty ridiculous journey to test out the internet's most viral fitness hacks. We want to uncover what's actually real and what is just total fiction. I mean, everyone loves a shortcut, right? We all want the easiest path to our goals. But today, we're going to look closely at the science, the human biology, and honestly, my own personal suffering to separate the cold, hard facts from all the hype.
Seriously, just open up social media for like 5 minutes, and you are instantly bombarded. Influencers everywhere claiming they found the ultimate, effortless shortcuts to getting fit. Millions of people watch these, save them, and try them out, desperately hoping that this one weird morning routine or that strange gadget will finally be the magic trick that works. But there's a massive elephant in the room that we really need to address. I decided to just bite the bullet and test them all out myself, because we really need to answer this burning question. Are these hacks actually based on human biology, or are they just meticulously designed to farm engagement and get millions of views because they sound believable? So I spent weeks trying as many of these trends as I could find, and today I'm going to tell you exactly which ones are worth your precious time and which ones belong in the internet's Hall of Shame.
Okay, part 1. Magic drinks and diets. Let's kick things off in the kitchen, specifically looking at those highly promoted magic drinks and strictly timed eating windows that promise to transform your physique literally overnight.
First up, the classic lemon water routine. According to social media, this simple drink is supposed to melt belly fat, detox your body, and speed up your metabolism like crazy. So I drank a large glass of lemon water on an empty stomach every single morning. And the reality? Well, it was incredibly refreshing, and it certainly helped me drink more water to start my day. But did it magically melt away any body fat? Absolutely not. And honestly, this brilliantly illustrates a key biological fact. Your body already has a world-class detox system working around the clock. Your liver and your kidneys are incredibly efficient at filtering toxins from your blood. You simply don't need a lemon to magically switch on some detox or fat-burning process. Look, if it helps you replace sugary drinks, that's fantastic for your overall health, but it is definitely not a cheat code for weight loss.
Right, moving on to intermittent fasting. You've probably heard influencers claim that skipping breakfast unlocks some hidden magical fat-burning mode. Well, I tested this by limiting my meals to a much smaller eating window. What I discovered is that it's not a magical fat-burning state at all. Instead, it's just a really practical way to stop thinking about food all day. By simply having less time to eat, you naturally tend to consume fewer overall calories. It works because of calorie control, not because the fasting itself possesses some mystical power.
Next up was the absolute internet favorite, apple cider vinegar. The claim here is that a spoonful before meals just crushes your cravings and melts fat. Let me tell you, the reality is that apple cider vinegar tasted absolutely foul, like truly awful. And while it might slightly reduce appetite for some people, it's an incredibly tiny effect. A spoonful of vinegar will never, ever counteract poor eating habits. If you're relying on this instead of addressing your actual diet, you're trying to solve the completely wrong problem. Moving into part 2, gimmicks, gadgets, and ice. We're transitioning away from the kitchen now and into the realm of physical gimmicks, torturous gadgets, and those extreme temperature trends you constantly see flooding your feed.
I actually decided to test the famous fat-burning waist trainer. The internet claims that wrapping this incredibly tight belt around your stomach will somehow literally melt belly fat. I worked out wearing one of these, and I can confirm that the only thing it successfully burned was my comfort. Yes, I sweated a lot more, but sweating is simply water loss, guys, not fat loss. The second I rehydrated, the weight came right back. You biologically cannot squeeze the fat out of your body. Then I tried those quick 7-day ab workouts that promise a visible six-pack. Just do these 5 minutes every day, they say. Well, those workouts certainly made my core burn, but after a week, my stomach looked exactly the same. Why? Because spot-reducing fat from one specific area is one of the oldest myths in fitness. You literally cannot uncover your abs by doing endless crunches. Getting visible abs requires lowering your overall body fat percentage, period. Okay, next up is the ice bath trend. We've all seen the dramatic videos, right? Well, I jumped in, and I'm not gonna lie, the first few seconds were absolute torture. Every instinct in your brain screams at you to get out. Afterwards, though, freezing in that water definitely woke me up, my heart was racing, and I felt incredibly energized. It might even aid in muscle recovery. But the calorie burn from your body trying to stay warm, it's entirely negligible. It is nowhere near enough to replace proper nutrition and an actual workout routine.
Part 3. The truth about stepping.
Let's step away from the flashy, dramatic gimmicks for a minute and look at actual, foundational movement. Starting with the most famous step challenge of all time, hitting 10,000 steps a day. For a solid week, I made sure I hit this number every single day. Some days I paced around after meals, other days I parked as far away from the store as humanly possible. Honestly, at first it felt like a total chore. But to my complete surprise, unlike many of the other trends we've looked at, the hype surrounding this specific habit is actually totally justified.
So the crucial point here isn't the exact magical number of 10,000. Whether it's 7,000 or 10,000, the simple fact is that consistent daily movement drastically changes your biology. It boosts your mood, keeps your energy way higher, and burns significant calories without the sheer exhaustion of a heavy gym session, especially when you compare it to just sitting at a desk all day. This is one hack that actually delivers. Oh, and while we're on the topic of walking, I even tried the highly bizarre trend of walking backwards. I found an open area and just went for it. People definitely stared at me like I was completely losing my mind, but surprisingly, it wasn't useless. It actively challenges muscles you don't normally use, and it proved quite beneficial for balance, focus, and rehab. I wouldn't replace my normal walking with it, but it definitely has its place. Just please, whatever you do not do it in traffic.
Part 4, the ultimate fitness hack. Finally, after putting my body through sheer physical torture, freezing water, weird taste testing, and public embarrassment, I uncovered the most powerful habit of them all.
And what I ultimately learned is this. Almost every single one of these viral trends operates on the exact same formula. It's like a tiny 5% sliver of actual biological truth completely buried inside a massive 95% package of exaggeration and hype. Think about it. Ice burns a few calories, so they claim it melts fat. Vinegar might slightly curb your appetite, so they call it a miracle. Don't fall for the 95% hype.
In reality, the single habit that gave me the absolute strongest workouts, the fastest recovery, the best mood, and the fewest cravings was, well, simply doing the incredibly boring task of getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. There's no dramatic music to play over a video of someone sleeping. There are no expensive gadgets to sell you, but it genuinely has the absolute biggest biological impact on your fitness. Because true fitness, it isn't about finding some magic, effortless shortcut. It's about repeating the boring, non-viral basics. Get enough sleep, stay active daily, eat enough protein, lift weights consistently, and maintain a calorie deficit if you want to lose fat. These habits aren't going to go viral, and they probably won't get millions of likes on social media. But if you do them consistently, long enough for them to become your permanent lifestyle, they will absolutely work.
So, having survived the freezing ice baths, the awful vinegar, and the sheer agony of those waist trainers to bring you this explainer, I have to ask you, which internet miracle should we expose next? There's an endless supply of hype out there, and I want to know what you want us to put under the microscope next. Let us know, stay consistent with those boring basics, and I'll catch you next time.